Well, Trev, plenty happening down here at the moment as we're getting ready for what will be a fantastic 25-lap feature race. You've got it all happening down there. I don't know what you're doing at all. You're concentrating on something, writing something down. Pretty sure we're going to do some driver intros here at the moment as well. Plenty going on there, big fella. 25 laps of mayhem to decide the Australian number one on behalf of the Euro Group Enterprises. Australian title coming your way. And the Lightning Sprints are on track and ready to do battle. This is going to be an absolute cracker. I just can't wait.
Well has now moved into position 24. So all the cars that finished the B main will start tonight's A. So we're just moving all the cars out onto the track now for tonight's Australian Lightning Sprint title. 25 laps is the distance to crown a new number one. Of course, the defending champion not here this weekend. Field moving away now. We'll get them formed up behind the pace car. That's right, Toowoomba, we will rock you. 25 laps of the Australian Lightning Sprints title. One car left to be pushed away to form up behind the Toowoomba's steering and suspension services pace car. Euro Fabrications Australian Lightning Sprint title. Dave Fanning making his way round along with Clayton Priest. Clayton Priest, a front runner in this field for many years, driving the Golf-powered New South Wales Joker chassis.
Scotty Dawes' car's not firing at the moment, mate. Had no problems earlier on. Now just won't go.
Doyley's car fired out here because they started it on the starter in front of the run of the officials, and now it just doesn't want to know about it. So Rhino's away. not sure what he's doing. Saying 3 laps left. Or is that 4 wide? Maybe that's 4 wide. That's what it is. 4 wide for the field. Come on, folks. Show your appreciation down there on the back straight past the Buckle Family Canteen. The Australian Lightning Sprint Field, 4 wide. Salute to you, the fans. Show your appreciation. Give them a big round of applause. Wave your programs. Wave your caps. Let them know you're here to watch the new Australian champion be crowned tonight. And heartbreak for Scotty Doyle. The car pushed on the infield and out.
Can we find out what the problem is, Trev?
Of this title. Fuel pump is the issue. A fuel pump has decided that it didn't want to work. It's going on strike. And for Doyley, that's night done. You can have the best preparation in the world, but a simple part, like it could even be a broken electrical connector or a broken wire or the pump itself, but something as little as a 20-cent electrical connector can let you down. That's all it takes. And you sit on the infield scratching your head wondering why.
A broken trip.
All the field now sets itself. They will move up from position 19. They will move forward 1 spot each. That's where Doyley was starting out of. And Doyley, as you can expect, totally disconsolate, sitting in the car, does just not want to get out. So the field, pretty well set. I'd say 1 more lap under yellow. And we'll get this field underway. Lights are out on the pace car. Seefeld and Fanning set the pace at the front. 23 starters. Who will end up with Australia 1 on the tail tank in 25 laps time? We are green. Fanning gets a jump. Seefeld connection down through turn 1. There's contact there. There's Icono up over the back there of Davey Well. Blatch is coming through on the outside. Blatch is high around the outside of Plucker Campbell. Here comes Clayton Priest down the inside of Mark Sheehan. There's a car of the 46 car there of James Kennedy. The field sorting itself out down as they run past the Buckle Family Canteen. What moisture was in the track has disappeared. And between you disappearing, Dave Fanning has bolted. Within 3 laps of the start, Dave Fanning has got the back straight over Dave Wells, sits in second. Seefeld third. Here comes Blatch on the high side. He's got some pace. Then it's Icono. Then we go back to Plucker from Whittaker. Then it's Sheehan on the top side. Clayton Priest down the bottom. Kennedy. Then we go back to Scotty Genrich, Carriola, and the rest of the field. Come on, someone smack the wall. Down the back there. That's the 16 Tasmania car there of Bruce Pitt. Hitting the wall out of turn 2, but continuing on. Oh, problems there for the 35 car of Peter Bailey. The top wing has collapsed. There'll be no downforce whatsoever. As very sideways was Jamie Hayen from Victoria, but our race leader already through the traffic. Dave Fanning slicing through the back markers. Dave Well following suit. Steve Seefeld still sits in third, but Blatch is closing in fast. Blatch has found the high side. He's gone around the outside of Seefeld and up into third. Blatch is on the move. Bailey pulls on the infield and out of the feature race. Doyley's finally got out of the car and stands on the tail tank. Oh, a bit of smoke out of Blatch's car. That's it. Game over for Keith Blatch. Oh, that's a shame. No, Blatch is back on it. No. The car slowing. There's problems for Blatch. Oh, I tell you, unbelievable bad luck this weekend for Blatchy. But not for David Fanning. He is running around the top side. He needs to watch out. Blatchy's up there trying to find a passage down the bottom. He can't get down the bottom of the racetrack. Well, he's still in second spot, but Seafold right on his hammer. Waikono, Blatchy gets through now. Up on the infield, the yellows come on. Yellow lights are on for Keith Blatch. Jenny Well has pulled out as well. She's on the infield in the 55 car. But Keith Blatch, the car was a freight train, and coming out of turn 4, there was a puff of smoke, and that was it. Game over for Blatchy. He's done another engine.
Your order is this, Trev, just to keep you informed. Dave Fanning, David Well, Wayne Icano, Steve Senfield, Pete Campbell, Max Sheen. Then we go to Bruce Pitt, Clayton Priest, James Kennedy, Scotty Genrich, John Carriola, Mark Sinton, Jason Chaplin, Mike Davis, Bruce Pitt, and Kenny Short. Now that's those proofs there. Blatchy's out. The rest of the guys are on the infield, and that's where they lie.
Yeah, well, he's just out of the field at the moment. He's just waiting for him to catch up, so he can slot in between Dave Fanning and Steve Seafield.
Might notice he's up in the muck cooling that tyre down too, if you didn't notice.
48 car there of David Van Vetchel. That's a lap car.
Yeah, that's not an easy name to say, Trevor. You've got to change that for us.
No, Van Vetchel.
Yeah. Vanny Vetch is going to change his name there. Well, that's what he's going to get. Tell you what, Icano and Steve Senfield. There's still something left in these guys yet.
Yeah, the teammates. I think Welly's about to get ganged up on. Plucker Campbell's been quick all weekend. What's he got left in the tank? He sits there in 5th. Just in front of Mark Sheehan.
Anything can happen, Trev. We've still got 16 laps remaining.
Sid Whittaker, Clayton Priest back there.
Do you reckon Sid's going to do another Bradbury?
So Van Vetchel still in amongst the leaders. Yellow lights are gone out. They're going to leave him there. So Dave Fanning brings the field back to the start. Back to green flag racing. Willie needs to get rid of Van Vetchel. He goes round the outside of the 48 car. Steve Seafield follows suit. Icano thought about going down underneath. Here comes Sheehan on the outside of Campbell. Takes away 5th. He might even get 4th on Icano yet. Plucker comes back down the bottom and gets 5th back. There's a great dice for 4th, 5th and 6th. Further back in 7th, 8th and 9th. The same going on there with Kennedy, Whittaker and Priest. Plucker gets passed by Shear now as they get round the lap car of Van Vetchel. Priest catching up to the car of Campbell. Now Campbell gets around. Oh, Clayton Priest over! End for end, up and over goes Clayton Priest. Trying to get past the car of Van Vetchel on the inside. Over the wheels he went. And end for end goes Clayton Priest.
Was that Fenno?
Out of turn number 2.
Was that Fanning?
He was trying to get inside of Van Vetchel and keep pace with Campbell and try and take away that position. And unfortunately, he got into the wheels of the 48 car and cartwheeled out of the A main. He's hopping out of the car face. Give him a round of applause. A-OK.
I held my breath just then, Trev. There was a bit of one-way traffic that you weren't aware of, but I was. But there was a person that didn't stop straight away with the red light. And as you know, with the open wheelers, they're not required to stop straight away. They're not allowed to go past the accident scene, but they're to pull in and stop in a clear area. You and I both agree with that?
Yep.
We were going to look to penalise someone, and God's truth, I'm glad we didn't do it.
Okay.
That would have kept us here for hours.
Yeah.
Can't tell you who it was.
I'm just down here with Clayton Priest at the moment, mate. Unfortunate bad luck there. Trying to go the inside the lap car and keep pace with the leaders, but just a touch of wheels and over you went.
Yeah, mate, it's just no fault of his, you know. I was just trying to get up the inside and he got a bit sideways and, yeah, clipped wheels, and that's all she wrote, and you know, a bit of night sky, dirt, yeah, all that sort of stuff. Luckily the car doesn't look too bad, so, yeah, fortunate to have a roll like that and come out of it okay.
Mate, we've seen you here on the quite a few Australian Lightning Sprint titles now over the years, back when they were leaders and stuff. And I just thought it was a little unusual to see you that far back this weekend. Were you having some problems throughout the weekend, or just not on the pace?
No, just one bad heat. First heat of the weekend, had a bad heat. Finished at the back, and yeah, down the back in points then. So it was just a tough slog from there, and unfortunately it's ended up in like it is.
The old Golf engine, she's reliable.
You know, right, let's watch a good race now, eh?
Certainly will. Well, he's all smiles. He can smile about the issue, but I'm sure deep down he's a torn man. So, Clayton Priest on the infield to watch this feature race. So the field forming up again. This time, no lapped car between when the yellow came on, or the red light I should say. So the yellow's out, 14 laps left to run. It's Fanning from Wells, Seafeld, Iacono, Sheen, Campbell, Whittaker, Kennedy. Then we go back to Genrich, Carriola. The 20 car there, which is Sinton. As we go back to green, Fanning, hammer down, well under fire from Seafeld. Iacono, Taylor through two, hangs on to that position. Look at Mark Sheehan on the outside, starting to get a move on the Victoria 72 car. Looks like he brushed the wall out of turn 4. Hasn't slowed the car, he's up on the cushion and drives around the outside of Wayne Iacono. Mark Sheehan on the move. Welly's still in second, Seafeld third, and Dave Fanning is off to the races. Campbell's still back there battling now with Sid Whittaker. Here comes Kennedy, and Genrich gone up high now to try and see if he can make the line work for himself. Carriola back there. Rest of the field come through. Jamie Hayden going to be lapped once again by our race leader, Dave Fanning. The Euro Fabrication car comes out of turn 4. Down the inside. Very close there for our race leader. Well, he's got away from Seafeld. Where's Seafeld gone? Genrich travelling to a stop up here. Seafeld's on the infield. Seafeld is out. Steven Seafeld is out of the feature. And Genrich is going to bring on the yellows. Scotty Genrich will bring on the yellows. Actually, my apologies, that's Wayne Iacono that is out. Seafeld has dropped back behind Mark Sheehan. Yeah,
2 laps previous, Trevi just slowed up out of turn 3 and 4 and brought it home. Interesting to see that Sheen now is up into third, Trev.
Mark Sheehan, he's the man on the move.
Yeah, he's on the high line, but he's lost the momentum now. You know, he may very well get David well, but I think it's night gone for everybody else thinking they're going to chase their race leader. Traffic's going to have the big part in this result tonight.
Well, there's 10 to go, Wes, and I'm not sure they're going to get back into traffic.
No, I'll tell you why I said that, mate. He is 2.5 seconds faster than anybody else in the racetrack at the moment.
How close was it for Dave Fanning when he passed Jamie Hay in here on the front stretch?
Oh, we'll go back 5 laps beforehand to that, Trev. He was over in the traffic over in turns 3 and 4, and I thought he bought the ticket to the back of the bus because I thought he was going to hit somebody and go round. It was happening.
I held my breath then as he went down the inside of the Victoria 27 car, and I just went, oh, no, please don't.
So many titles have been won and lost in traffic, Trev, and this is the major problem. These guys' lights are out. We're going green, big fella.
Well, we saw that happen to James McFadden last weekend in traffic. Got the front end knocked out of the car. Back to green we go. Fanning off. Here comes Seafold. He wants to get back past Sheehan. Sheehan on the high side. He's going to go around the outside of Welly in turns 3 and 4. Welly's not going to be able to stop him. Oh, Sheehan there gets on the cushion, has to button off a touch. Welly still hangs on to second. Sheehan's got the car motoring around the top side. Seafold's back there in 4th. Got nothing for the front 3 at the moment. Campbell and Whittaker. Then we go back to Kennedy. Campbell and Whittaker fighting tooth and nail. That's 5th and 6th spot on the racetrack. Kennedy's in 7th. Sheehan had the speed before, and it just goes to show you. Then you bring on the yellow, you cool the tyre down, and it can go off just like that. And I think that's what's happened to Sheehan at the moment. Seafold's starting to come back, and Sheehan's starting to drop back off the back of Dave Well. Bruce Pitt lapped the Tasmanian, dropping back. Something wrong with the car there. Jamie Vahane passed once again. Jamie Hayen in the Mitsubishi powered car. Yellow lights on again.
That's car 7. That's Icono over there, mate. Sorry, Carriola, John Carriola.
Carriola, yeah, you're right. John Carriola in the Q7 cars. A piece of debris on the racetrack up there in turn 4 as well, up over the cushion.
You know what, I think that's him. He's the piece of debris.
I was just saying, Wes, Mark Sheehan was the gun car going into that yellow light. Now he's struggling. I hate to say it, but I reckon the tyre's gone off that right rear. It got hot, it was working fine, it's cooled off, and it's turned to absolute...
Either that or he's taken a fair bit of that track away with him, Trev.
No, I don't think he's taking the track away, Wes. I reckon that tyre's gone off. Because he is struggling. And it just goes to show you, mate, if momentum's with you, you need to keep that thing rolling. You don't need a yellow or a red.
Well, 6 laps there, Trev. Maybe this has done him the world of good now. He's up there having a look at that part of the racetrack. Have you noticed?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's trying to work out where that cushion is. I think he knows now. Maybe the setup of the car's changed too, Trev. I mean, he did have a close contact with the wall. Maybe he's knocked that wheel in a bit.
Well, there's 7 laps now showing on the board for our race leader, Dave Fanning. And the field is thinning out as the laps go on. So Dave Fanning's your leader from Dave Well. Then we go back to Mark Sheehan. That's the lap car and Jamie Hayen. Then we go back to Steve Seafeld, Peter Campbell, Sid Whittaker, Brendan Kennedy, the car of Mark Sinton.
It's definitely 7 laps, Trev. The transponders don't lie.
Yeah. New South Wales 28 car there at Dean Meadows. Further back through the field, Mike Davies, Jason Chaplin, the Tasmania 77 there.
Kerry Short's the last one.
Kerry Short.
Yeah, Kerry Short's the last one.
And Bruce Pitt. So Pitty now moves up in front of Short. The two Taswegians arguing about who should be at the back of the bus. Yellow light's still on, and one of the course cars is rocking it over to turn 3. We found something else on the track over there. Looks like might be the case. No, not sure what's going on over there now. Jamie Hayen's going to the back of the bus. So the rest of the field move around the Victoria 27 car. Let's not have a pile up while we do this. Hayen been told by the official to go to the rear. So yellow light should be out this time through. 7 laps remain. Yellow's out. Fanning, 7 laps to see the checkered flag of the A1. Dave Well must be praying for a miracle at the moment. He's had nothing for Fanning all A-main. Back to green we go. Fanning on the gas. Wellies down the bottom. Fanning starts to stretch away. Here comes Mark Sheehan once again. Steve Seafeld back there in 4th. Plucker back there in 5th. Then we go back to Whittaker. Whittaker almost spins it in turn 4. Loses a spot to Kennedy and almost Sinton, but manages to just lose 1 spot. Sheehan under fire from Steve Seafeld. Out of turn 4 they come. Sheehan on the top side, Seafeld down the bottom. Welly in 2nd, Seafeld's now moved to 3rd. Campbell still in 5th. Here comes our race leader through the traffic. Bruce Pitt the first one to get past. Then it's Jamie Hayen. Welly through on Pitt. Now he's past Hayen as well, Seafeld also. Here comes Sheen. Sheen trying to do the same. Campbell now having a battle with Kennedy. Whittaker trying to get back up into that fight. Chaplin's been passed by the car of Kerry Short. But the lap's ticking down for our race leader. There's 2 to go. 2 to go in the length of the back straight on our 2nd place man in Davey Well. Steve Seafeld in 3rd. White flag, 1 to go. The perfect weekend for Dave Fanning. Oh no, the yellow lights are on. Jason Chaplin almost tipped it over. Coming out of turn 2, he got on the inside of Bruce Pitt, clipped wheels, and almost put it over.
Our race leader was involved in an incident behind you too, Trev. When the yellow lights come on over there, he was on the back straight, and I think he rode the wheels of some traffic.
Mark Sheen, he was in 3rd for a while, stayed on the high side. Seafeld got the drive back through the bottom. There's 2 to go. Fanning brings him back to the start. Welly tries to go with him. He can't match the pace of the Euro fabrication car. Seafeld thinks that he might be able to get well with 2 to go. Sheen back there in 4th. Still on the top side, it's not working. He may lose a spot to Campbell yet. White flag out, 1 to go. Oh, Sheen has been passed by Campbell. Is he going to get dusted by Whittaker? He is down the back, but the checkered flag out. And Australia 1 to David Fanning. 2nd will go to Davey Well, 3rd to Steve Seafeld. Then it's Campbell from Whittaker. Sheen, Sinton. Then we go back to the car at Dean Meadows, followed by Davies. And it's Kerry Short, followed by Jason Chaplin. And the car there of Kennedy. And the rest of the field come through. But it has been a perfect weekend. You could not ask for better, folks. Put your hands together for the new Australia 1 in David Fanning. Keep the applause going for 2nd place, Davey Well. And 3rd place, Stephen Seafeld. Queenslanders 1, 2, 3.
Folks, give him a big round of applause. He comes past your new Australian number 1, Dave Fanning, as he makes his way past. Queensland local takes Australia 1 and puts the number 1 on the sponsor's car as well. What a great weekend. Special thanks to the guys from Euro Group Enterprises for getting behind Dave Fanning and this event this weekend. What an absolute cracker. Once again, he comes past, he makes his way across the presentation area. I gather we're going to do the presentation straight away, Trev, if that's the case. Put your hand in the air, Trevor, doing presentation straight away. Trevor, can you hear me? So presentation straight away, well done. Been a little bit disappointed tonight, Trev, too, by the way. The catering inside here has been pretty lousy. So once again,
I'll just get the guys out of their cars. Just waiting for Steve Seafeld to extract himself out of the superb wheel and tyre at Mechanical. Pro Graphics car.
well done to our 3 guys. Need to get this presentation started, Trev. We've got 50 laps left to run yet.
Well, thanks, Wes. We'll do the presentations now for the Australian Lightning Sprint National title for 2010-2011. Of course, this was due to be run last season here at Toowoomba, but due to all the inclement weather and the nasty happenings that happened throughout the year, it wasn't possible to get done. So that's why it's been run at the beginning of this season. Finishing 3rd tonight, driving the superb wheel tyre and Mechanical, car number 71. Put your hands together for Stephen Seafeld. Congratulations, Stephen. Well done. Mate, it's a fairly tough battle back there for 3rd tonight. Mark Sheen got past you and that yellow came out, and I think his tyre just went off because he was really quick up the top side. And after that caution, his car just went backwards.
Yeah, he was very quick. Pretty competitive racing there for a while, actually.
Your teammate, of course, succumbed to some mechanical failure, but you managed to battle on and come back and finish 3rd. So it was pretty hard out there, but nothing for Welly or Dave Fanning out the front. You were just fighting for 3rd all the way.
Yeah, you're right. No, I didn't have enough for him, but maybe next time.
Congratulations, mate. Well done. We'll get you to jump up on the podium for us there in 3rd spot. In 2nd tonight, driving the Alloy Arc Toowoomba Car Wreckers, car number 2. Put your hands together for Davey Well. Congratulations, Welly. Well done, mate. Mate, tough night out there tonight. There really was nothing you had for Dave Fanning. He had a perfect weekend.
Yeah, mate, full credit to Fano. He had the perfect race car then. We were probably a little bit loose from the start, but the boys give me a fantastic race car. You know, we can't complain. We've had a real good weekend. We've had a good lead up to it. It's been fantastic. It's really like to thank my sponsors, Toowoomba Car Wreckers, Downs Mini Digs. Big special thanks to Mick at Alliarc. He's always building bits and pieces for our car. Terry Sang from Paramount Automotive tunes the car fantastically. Steve from Superb Mechanical helps us out as well. Big thanks to Benny, if you're out there, mate. He put an engine together for us a couple of weeks ago and the thing's fantastic, so I'd like to thank them. And special thanks to my wife. She puts up a lot of crap, I guess, because we're always in the shed working on these 3 junk tins, but at the end of the day, we're here to have fun. That's what we've done. Special thanks to the family. Young Nico, he's out there in the bank somewhere. He's always helping us out, so it's fantastic. Good on you, Nico. And the girls up there as well. Thanks very much.
Well done, Welly. We'll get you to jump up on the podium here in second spot, mate. Couple of people you'd like to thank, Steve, before we get to number 1, mate.
Yeah, just forgot about it, sorry. Matt Butler, I need to thank Matt heaps. Last 3 days he's worked his ring out. Great job, great car. Thanks, Matt. Need to thank Jason Icano. Thanks very much for the car. Thanks, Jono. I got you there too, mate. Thanks to everyone that's helped me. Thank you.
Well done, Steve. And our winner tonight, the new Australia number 1. Put your hands together for David Fanning. Congratulations, Dave. Well done. That's yours to keep. And this is the perpetual trophy that gets to go on around the country. Mate, I've seen you at titles before, at state titles and national level titles. And unfortunately, things have happened for you. They haven't gone your way. But this weekend, you've had the perfect record. 4 heat wins, the pole shuffle, the A-main. You couldn't ask for anything better.
It's been a dream come true this weekend. I never ever expected it to turn out like it did. There's a lot of good cars in the class now. Welly and Steve and the Ocanos and all the other boys have really stepped the mark up. And to come away with many victories in the weekend is just really a mind-boggling for us, you know, as a team. It's excellent.
Mate, as I said, I've seen you come to titles before. You've been the fastest car. Come feature race time, something's happened. What was it like for you going out in that A-main? Were the butterflies there? Was it in the back of your mind thinking it's happened before, I just want to see the checkered flag?
Yeah, look, in all honesty, I think the fact that we'd been there that many times before, we were quite relaxed. We've been through the sensations of it all before, so we just knew we had to get it done, and that lap board just kept having to come down for us.
Mate, congratulations, well done on being the new Australia number 1. And I guess there's a few people you need to thank.
Yeah, look, mate, I've got a heap of people I need to thank. First and foremost, my wife for putting up with all the late nights in the shed. The boys that helped me out tirelessly, week in, week out, Tony Grant, Travis O'Brien, John Coonan, and the principal, Darren Munro. I've got to thank the sponsors, obviously Eurogroup, for putting the event on. I'd also like to thank all the other competitors that make it as good as a competition as it is. One mention I really want to mention is Scott Genrich and his wife Sharon, who just tirelessly work for this track to put this title together. He races in the class, and he puts in hours after hours just preparing the track for us. So congratulations, Scotty. Well done, mate. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, mate. We'll get you to jump up on the podium and take in the spoils of victory. Folks, put your hands together for Steve Seafeld, Dave Well, and the new Australia number 1 in David Fanning.
Well, the happy boys down there, Trev, I've got to tell you what, and so they would be. Dave Fanning just way too good all weekend. He has been a class act.
Oh, it certainly is, Wes. And, you know, like I said, I've seen him in that position before in state titles and national titles that we've called here and in Brisbane and stuff. And he's been the gun car, and come feature race time, something silly's happened, the engine's gone away or whatever, you know, and he was in that position again this weekend. You know, he'd done everything right coming into the A-main, and I just hoped for him that wasn't going to happen.
Well, he's a worthy Australia one.
It would have been a crime, but you know, it really was. It really was a perfect weekend, and I got to say, you know, and the rest of the field will admit they had nothing for him. He was the fastest car by a long way.